Christmas is coming, yeah. Start sending your letters off to Santa. Christmas is coming, yeah. Better be nice if you want your present. Tell all your brothers, sisters, mama and papa too.
Hey there everybody, good morning. Welcome to my channel. It's nearly afternoon, it's 11:48 this morning. I've just been doing some organising and planning Christmas, just all the last things that I need to do and getting ready for us to go away on our holiday. So pretty much today is Thursday and we've got Friday till next Monday, but then next Tuesday we'll be heading away on our road trip. Heading up north to see my family on the Coromandel. So James and I and the kids are heading up and we'll spend Christmas there. So we're looking forward to getting away, but I'm just not feeling on top of all the Christmas stuff. So I sat down and I was making a list, and I'm going to have another conversation with James this afternoon. I think I've still got presents to buy, but they're really simple things, and our family has streamlined it in such a way that it's not too onerous. For example, we're doing a Secret Santa, but I still need to buy those 4 Secret Santa gifts, and Regan and Emma will have to help me because they're partaking in the whole game, so we have to do that at some point. Small things like that that I need to make sure get done before we go away. We've got 2 things that are happening with animals around the house, and the first thing is that the baby swallows left the nest today. They were looking really big the last few days. It's amazing how fast they grow. When I looked into it, it seems that they are in their nest for not even a month. It's like 20 days after they're hatched, they'll fly. So I've been keeping an eye on them because I was quite nervous that our cat was going to chase them and she would have known that those birds were there. So I was very aware that she would happily grab one and torture it for the rest of the day. And so I was determined not to let her have them. And I heard a commotion this morning because of course the birds are coming out of their nest and they're all kind of, the parents were hyping them up to take flight. And I'd read that it takes them 2 hours of, it says that they flutter around on the ground until they really get their confidence, and I knew that that's exactly when she would get them. I came out and I saw 2 of them, or 3 of them actually, resting on a bird perch that we have. It's just an ornament that we have there because it looks cool, but the birds have used it as a perch, and 3 of them were sitting there. And they didn't look like they were very comfortable. It looked like they were freaking out. And the more I looked, I kept checking outside to see where my cat was, and she wasn't there. And then all of a sudden she was there, and she was about to go them. So Emma and I had to chase her around the yard, with Hazel's help of course, barking and carrying on wondering what we were doing. And we managed to trap her under a bush, and we grabbed her and brought her inside and locked her in the laundry until the birds took flight. So I'm hoping that they all made it. There was 4, but I think one of them got away before we got there. It's all very fascinating, and it's kind of sad that they're gone, but I'm actually relieved because I was feeling the pressure of not wanting to see birds tortured. So that was on my mind the last few days, so I'm glad that's done. So now the nest is there and we will destroy it. Yeah, they're messy, like they've pooped. James put a pot underneath hoping to try and grab their poop because it was landing in a pile on the deck. But it looks like it's just gone down the wall, some of it. Where they sit on that perch there's a big pile of poop underneath. Yeah, they're kind of messy. And there's heaps of places around here. They've got a big river, bridges that they can go and make nests under. So that's going to have to go. And the other thing is that Hazel, not yesterday, but the night before, I spotted her licking her paw. I'm not very good with blood or yucky things, so I waited till James was around to check it. And he didn't get an opportunity to check it till the next morning. So the next morning he grabbed her, because you have to take Hazel by surprise. You know, just gently, but, you know, had to work fast. Grabbed her foot, bred her paws, and it was right between the skin, between one of her paws. And he could see that there was something there, and he squeezed it a little bit. And he said something came out, but whatever it was, she quickly grabbed it and ate it. Because she's licking it, she's just so, dogs put everything in their mouth. I find anyway with our dog. He thought that potentially it had come out, so he actually sprayed it with some disinfectants, but she's continued to lick it, and I think whatever we thought has come out isn't, or some kind of infection has got in because it's a little bit red, it's a little bit swollen, and she's still licking it furiously. So we're off to the vet now, and dear Hazel hates the vet, and I had hoped that James could take her. She just behaves better for him. She's like a child. I've asked Emma to come with me, but she didn't want to come with me, so I'll take you guys with me. You can come and see what she's like at the vet. Hazy, Hazel, Hazel. Do you want to go to vet? She knows she's sore, and she knows that she needs to go to the vet. But she doesn't want to go to the vet and she doesn't want me to do anything that's going to hurt her. See her paw there, she's just lick, 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 lick. She's not licking it now though. But that means nothing. Her tongue's probably tired. She's like, what are you doing? Why are you paying me attention? Leave my foot, leave my foot. We're going to go to the vet, darling. It's going to be good for you. There's the culprit kitty cat. Cleo. Yes, I'm glad you didn't get to have bird for breakfast. Come. I know. Emma, can you see through this dress? No. You sure? Yes. Not even when I'm standing in the light? Good girl. I had to check with Emma because I bought a new dress a few weeks ago. It's the first time I've worn it and I wasn't sure if you could see through it or not. Can't walk around with a see-through dress. Look, she's funny. She knows she needs to get looked at, but she doesn't want to. We're gonna go. You're already shaking. You know where we are. I know. Wish me luck. Well, poor Hazel. What she didn't want to happen, happened. And that she has to stay behind and be sedated. Because she wriggles so much and stresses so much, they can't actually say whether or not everything is out. And we thought that we got whatever was in there out, and it's continued to get very inflamed and red and it's still bothering her. So the risk is that behind everything there's an abscess forming, which is the body's way of, it's her body's way of protecting it from the foreign object. So they're going to have to sedate her and make sure it's all cleaned out. Initially I didn't want to do it because it's so much stress on her being left behind. Because we're going away on holiday, I really don't want to risk her going on some antibiotics to treat an infection and it not being enough. They've just said that whatever antibiotics they give us, if they don't really clean it out and then there's an abscess, the antibiotics won't treat the abscess. It'll just get worse. And I don't want to deal with A&E for a dog away somewhere foreign on holiday over Christmas. So for an extra, I think it was 120 bucks, I will get her sedated and get it fully cleaned out, much to her disgust. I did, however, get a pamphlet for pet insurance, because by Jove we need it with her. She's had so many, she has a random dog. You name it, it's happened to her. I'm wondering if I should go and get a coffee while I'm out. I wasn't going to because I would have her in the car, but now that I don't, I think I will. Purchased my coffee and filled the car up with petrol, all in preparation for going away next week. Just getting ahead of the game with little jobs like that. I'm just going to continue with my list. I did a brain dump last night and I checked it this morning and it still is quite accurate. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to look at my Christmas list and have another conversation with James and this afternoon. Things have changed a little bit because now Hazel's at the vet, but not much. Yeah, just going to keep going with my pre-holiday, pre-Christmas prep. Just outside my window I spotted the swallow had come back and she was still fluttering around the nest, but I've just worked out what's happened. I'll show you. What's happened is the nest that they were in is too small, and so she's moved them, or he and she has moved them to the other side and they're sitting under the eave, and I'll show you why they chose that bit. So if you can see there that between the speaker and the roof there's not much room. Anyway, I just find it so fascinating. I find wildlife incredibly fascinating and I love seeing them thrive out there. And I've got to stop my cat from getting them. Right. So I've been doing some editing this afternoon and now I am going to get some Secret Santa done. And Emma's come with me, get some stuff crossed off this list.
How's that, Mum?
You're filming me.
Yeah.
Hey, look what I got.
What?
A pomegranate.
No way.
It's $5.
Yes. I just want to try one of these. Thank you. Where to next, Mum?
To pick up the beautiful puppy.
Hey, Hazel. Hi, puppy. Back on the cone. Hi, puppy. Hi, darling. What's up? Oh gosh.
Oh, poor honey. I'll get it. I'm home and she ended up having a very large grass seed caught up between her two paws or her toes. So there's no way a treatment of antibiotics was going to get that out. It had to be removed, had to be flushed. So I'm really super glad that we took her and that we went the whole hog and got the sedation done. Anyway, she won't be very happy about any of it, and I have to monitor her with that cone on her head again, which she hated when she got spay a few months ago, and antibiotics and pain relief for the next 3 days until we take her back and get that bandage removed and have it checked. What a fiasco. I'm hoping, cross fingers, that she doesn't have that bandage on for the whole time we're up north at the beach. Onwards and upwards. At least she's well, and I know that there's going to be no infection whatsoever. Doesn't look that big, but it actually is, and it's a good centimetre long. And the other thing is that it's firm, like it's really spiky. Poor Hazel. Let's hope it comes off for the beach, eh? Apparently grass seed just keeps burrowing into the air, and sometimes it goes down and sometimes it goes up. The whole time it's just causing pain, and it makes a tunnel apparently through the skin, or I'm not quite sure. It forms like a membrane. It's a good thing it's out. Apparently the thing that we would have squeezed and something popped out would have been the tail end of whatever grass was a part of this thing that had rotted, but the actual seed remained intact and strong. I think she's still very much recovering from the sedation. Hey everyone. Oh, that's really noisy. So I'm cooking some dinner for us. Emma's gone to stay at a friend's house and Regan's gone out to squash. So tonight we're having vegetable fritters. I've got a few pieces of bacon cooking for James and I. And as you can see, there's heaps of veggie fritters. I got to go to the fruit and veggie store today and pick up zucchini, which I'm excited about because zucchini are much more affordable now. So I decided to make some veggie fritters. At the moment we're just going to live out of the cupboards and eat all the fresh food until Tuesday morning when we leave. So I'm quite okay just to try and get through all the vegetables. So this particular recipe here took spring onion, carrots, garlic, zucchini and corn, a can of corn or half a can of corn, and Parmesan cheese. It's just about 30 grams of grated Parmesan cheese in there with it. I've made it before, but this is the second time I've made it and it's just delicious. Supposed to just keep them in here until they go all crispy on the edge. And I think they're cooking differently because the pans are different. This is a cast iron pan and this is just a regular pan, although it looks cast iron because it's so old. But the cast iron one seems to burn a bit easier because it gets too hot and I forget to turn it down. Oh, and eggs. The eggs is what holds it together. Salt and pepper, of course. So yeah, I'm just going to make sure that the egg cooks through. That's my biggest issue because I don't like it when they're gooey in the middle. I'm trying to keep it hot without burning them. Here's Hazy. She just ate her dinner, which is exciting. So her appetite is good, so I'm happy. Hello, honey. She wants me to take the bandage off, please. She doesn't like walking on it. It's really funny to watching her. And she can keep the cone off if she doesn't lick it. Okay, Hayes? Do you understand the assignment? Good. So I'm just getting James to taste test one, make sure it's cooked in the middle.
It's good.
Are you sure it's cooked through?
Yes.
Puppy, puppy. You make that look so terrible. You're an invalid. Is it Regan? She's waiting for Regan. He's coming. Oh, what?
She's got to get a gift. Gift. Oh, I locked the door. Wasn't locked, bud.
I couldn't open it.
Hazel's got you a gift. She's gone to great lengths.
Alright, I got a cheesecake.
How'd Scotch go?
I won. Apparently I did really well. I scored 6 points ahead, so I got to plug in the car.
Thank you. You okay, Hazel?
She doesn't.
Good girl. You like
Once
it.
she's figured out that she can walk.
No, she thinks it's like her leg's broken.
Hazel, hello. Hello. Please, just stop walking. Stop walking. Just sit still. Sit still on your paw, eh? You okay? Hello. You're awake now. You're awake.